Let's talk about rock bottom. It's something that everyone loves to talk about. The reason I quit drinking is because I hit my rock bottom, and I don't think it's necessary for any of it. I have a rock bottom story, but here's what I know about my rock bottom story. It's just the point at which I quit drinking. I had more rock bottoms to come. There wasn't anything special about the day that I quit drinking. January 22nd of 2015 was kind of a day like every other day. Now, there were some unique things that happened that day, but there were some unique things to come too. If I wouldn't have quit drinking on that day, more bad things would have continued to happen. I would have had more rock bottoms, just like I had been experiencing over the last year and a half, 2 years of my life, right? Anything that happened bad in my life could have been a rock bottom for a decade, but it wasn't. So I don't think my rock bottom is some magical story that should be told all of the time about how I quit drinking, because the reality is there wasn't anything that incredibly special about it. The other thing about rock bottom is so many people try and look for them as the thing, the reason to quit drinking. And this is a mistake I have seen so many times. People are like, well, I haven't reached my rock bottom, or things aren't that bad. I'll know when I get there. The reality is you're probably not going to know when you get there. For a long time, I thought that having a diagnosis, a bad conversation with my doctor, would be my rock bottom. When my doctor was like, hey, you got to cut back or quit or things are going to get worse. Your liver enzymes are elevated. I thought that would be the reason that I quit. And it wasn't. I just kept drinking after that. I thought hospitalization, maybe ending up in the emergency room, would be the rock bottom, the point at which I decided this is too much. And it wasn't. I had multiple trips to the emergency room. Right? Maybe losing a job, that would be the rock bottom. I would have this white light moment of realization that losing my job to drinking would be the thing. That would be my rock bottom, and I would find the resolution to this addiction after that. And that didn't happen either. All of the things that I thought would be rock bottom at some point in my life weren't. You just continue to blow past rock bottom after rock bottom, thinking that it's not that bad and maybe tomorrow will get magically better. Maybe somehow things will improve instead of continuing to get worse. Here's what I want you to know about rock bottom. It is a great story. It is an awesome way to look back and say, this was the day, this moment, I had this clarity, and so I started this new path in my life. It was awesome. An awesomely bad moment. But the reality is, none of it matters. It's just a story. If you're ready to quit, you can just quit. If you're not ready to quit, you can quit. You can find all kinds of reasons to stop this cycle of addiction, problem drinking, gray area drinking, alcohol use disorder, whatever you want to call it. There's no magic reason to stop. What happens to all of us is life gets to a point where we don't want to continue with this portion of it. Or we try something different just long enough to realize that life can be better if I do something different. And that's what happens to most people. It's not a rock bottom moment. It's just spending enough time trying something different and realizing that life can be better.